This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Shalom Aleichem, Bruchim Abam. We continue in the Orchos Chaim of the Rosh. What's interesting is that today is the end of Thursday, which means the Orchos Chaim of the Rosh is broken up into 7 parts for each day of the week, and they're about altogether, actually, for the 6 working days, there are 131 points, and for Shabbos, there are 23 points. And interestingly, this is the last point for Thursday. And Ois Kuf Beis 102 is Al Teref Yadcha Liknois Lecha Chaver Ne'aman. Do not slacken your hands from acquiring a trustworthy friend. Ushemar Oisai, guard him. V'al Ta'avdehu, do not lose him. Ki toivhu, because he is good. Do not slacken off from acquiring a loyal friend. It's always important to have a loyal friend. No matter what situation you are in life, even if a person is very successful and they do everything right, there are times in life you just need a loyal friend. Sometimes a person is down, they need someone to talk to. Sometimes a person is upset, they need someone to talk to. Or sometimes somebody is in a situation and they just need somebody who could accompany them through. So therefore, don't think that an effort that you expend to acquire a good friend is excessive. No, it's not excessive. Don't slacken off. Ushmar, I say, guard him. V'al ta'avdehu, do not let him go. Don't lose him. Ki toivu. Now, of course, we know the Mishnah in Avos, Parak Aleph, Mishnah Vav. You should uknei lecha chaver, acquire a friend. Rabbeinu Yonah says, why acquire? Why an acquisition? Because if you can't get him through your own charm and personality, you're going to have to buy him off. It's worth it to spend money. It's worth it to appease him that he should be your friend, even if it's very difficult. What does it mean, a friend that is ne'aman? That means he is faithful to you, he's loyal to you. He earnestly, honestly wants your benefit. And Rabbeinu Yonah, in his Igeres HaTshuva Islam Adalad, he says, a very great takana for Yirah Shamayim is to have a friend that you could speak with in matters of fear of God, that you could consult with, you could discuss ways of overcoming the Yetzer Hara, ways of overcoming challenges. The Mesilas Yesharim writes, Ramchal says in Perek Chav Gimel, person should be more mindful who he chooses as a friend than the food that he eats, because bad food can harm a person physically. However, a bad friend could really ruin a person spiritually. How many people I know, a couple once came to see me about their son, who was a good boy, but unfortunately he fell in with a bad group, and they really they influenced him, and they detoured the course of the person's life. So more important than what you eat is who you associate with. But then the Rosh says, guard him and don't lose him. Meaning, even after you're koina a friend, you have to be careful and guard him not to lose him. Like Rabbeinu Yonah says in Avos, that, what does it mean, don't lose him? Don't be makbid with him. Tolerate him. Even if he says something against you, don't respond. Otherwise, he's not gonna love you, because there are different opinions. And people don't always see things eye to eye. And if you don't have savlanas toward him, then you could lose the friendship. And that which the Rosh says, you should guard him and you shouldn't lose him. Guard him, that tolerate what he does to you. Don't lose him. Don't do something that could cause you to lose his friendship. And Rabbeinu Yonah says based on the pasuk in Mishlei, Perak Yezayim, pasuk Tes, Mechase Pesha Mevakesh Ahava, V'shana B'davar Mafred Aleph, that one who covers over when his friend does something wrong, he is looking for love. Meaning, by covering over the fault of your friend's ahava will remain. However, v'shana b'davar, if somebody says something bad to you, and you repeat it, look what this person did to me, what do you say about me? Then you're going to end up losing his friendship. And Rabbeinu Yonah says there are 3 things in this world that we need to have a friend for. Number 1, as much as we learn from our Rabbeim, we learn from our friends even more. Like we say in Tainus, Harbe lamadati merabosim mechavera yoisar. Number 2, for mitzvahs, because even if your friend, the other guy, is not such a great guy, but he'll do an avera because he may stand to gain, but he doesn't want you to do an avera, so he may set you right even in a situation where he himself is not doing right. And number 3, regarding advice, that a person is not objective when it comes to his own affairs, and someone else, another pair of eyes, is often more objective in evaluating a person's situation. So this is Ois Kuf Beis. This concludes Yom Chamishi. Tomorrow we'll begin Yom Shishi, Ois Kuf Gimel. And I just want to add one more point. I marked off in my Orchos Chaim over here that it's interesting. In Ois Tzadi, the Rosh said something almost identical. Al teref yadcha milavakesh rayim va'ayavim. Do not slacken off seeking friends and people who love you. And the Rosh said it should not be small in your eyes, one enemy. So what's the Rosh adding over here? Don't slacken off from getting a friend. He already said that. And I believe there's two separate pieces of advice the Rosh is giving us. In general, one should try to have many friends. It's good to have many friends. In life, you need help. Sometimes you need help with one thing, sometimes you need help with another. It's good to have a wide circle of friends. But in Ois Kuf Beis, the Rosh is adding, don't slacken off acquiring one really good, faithful, loyal friend. That's also very important to have. Al teref yadcha liknoisecha chaver neman. Do not slacken off acquiring a faithful, trustworthy friend. So, one thing is Ois Tzadi, you should have in general a wide circle of friends, and then there's Ois Kuf Beis, that you should try to have a loyal, close friend. Okay? Have a good day, everyone. Thanks for joining. Bracha v'atzlacha, and Kol Tov Salah. Bye-bye.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.